Hey everybody, Gage here from Sharp, excited to show off a brand new knife that we just got in stock. We've got a whole bunch of these bad boys, so we thought it'd be cool to put this knife through its paces and just show you what this knife is all about. It is the 210mm Gyuto from Hatsukokoro Kurouchi. It's made from Algami number 2, has an iron cladding with Kurouchi finish, this beautiful stabilized birch handle with G10 liner. These handles are quite thick and chunky, so if you're looking for something to fill up your hand a little bit more, you got bigger mitts, this guy might be right up your alley. Nice flat profile, a little bit of curvature towards the tip here. I wouldn't say that this spine and choil are the most nicely sanded and rounded down, but still feels very comfortable in the hand. And these guys are relatively affordable. We don't sell cheap knives here, obviously, but when compared to some of the other knives that we have on offer, this guy does not break the bank. So if you're looking for sort of like entry-level knife that still performs really well, this guy could be for you. We've used this knife a couple times for some other videos, so I do personally have a little bit of experience with this. I know it's going to perform quite well, but we figured we'd show it off on some of the more common vegetables you're going to come across: sweet potato, mushrooms, onions, tomatoes, some celery here. So without further ado, let's get into putting this guy through its paces. All right, folks, tomato test just to see how the out-of-the-box edge feels. These guys have just been stropped up a little bit before this video, so we haven't really done a ton to them. And I am very pleasantly surprised at how nice the edges feel right out of the box. This feels fantastic. Going through this tomato like no problem. Whoa.
We have used this as well.
We have used this a couple times, yeah. Did we sharpen it? Did I touch it on the stones at all before we started using it? I don't think we did, eh? No. So yeah, that's always a good sign. The blade geometry on these guys is awesome. It's not like the thinnest behind the edge, but it's not thick by any means either. So we'll see how she does on like the sweet potatoes and stuff like that when we get there. But first second impressions, because I have already used this knife, is very good. I would say I've noticed we did, what did we do? We just chopped a few onions with this guy for one of the chopping videos that we made. So I didn't do a lot of rock chopping with it, but I'm already starting to notice that this guy is like very flat, which is good for a lot of people and maybe not for others. Me personally, like I don't do a lot of rock chopping at home, so I don't think that this the profile on this knife would bother me too much. But if you are one that does a lot of rock chopping, maybe I'll just show you real quick on some celery here what I'm talking about. It's almost like too flat, where you get. You can kind of hear it, right? Where it like it sounds like it's, you can kind of hear the heel of the knife like sitting down into the cutting board a little bit more than maybe you would want. But obviously you can still absolutely use that rocking motion, and maybe if you have some sharpening skills, you could, and you prefer to use a more rock chopping motion, you could round this guy off just a touch. If you are more to use a push and pull motion, then this guy's like right up your alley, obviously. You can use that up and down chopping motion pretty much any point on this blade, and you're not going to get any of those like little stuck together bits at all, even though I just got a couple there, but don't judge me, man. Yeah, it feels great, man. Its balance point is right about here, so it's pretty much exactly where you would want it. A lot of the times with these like larger, chunkier handles, it'll cause the balance point to get pulled back into the handle a little bit more, but that is not the case with these guys whatsoever. Yeah, it feels great. Do some little, I don't know, little mirepoix action here. I would definitely say it feels a little nicer to me to use in the up and down chopping motion rather than the rocking motion. But I feel like that's the way a lot of people end up chopping after they own a Japanese knife for a little while anyway. So I think the profile feels really nice. So out of the box edge, profile, both feeling really nice. Let's move on to our sweet potato here and just see what the edge geometry is like on this bad boy. And look at that. I tried to cut. We got a little. Our sweet potato is not as nice as it normally is, but look at that. Very quiet. I had high expectations for it, but I would say that it's exceeding my expectations, in fact. A lot of the times these, I don't know for sure, they didn't share with us exactly where these knives were made, but I'm pretty sure they look to me like Tosa region, and a lot of the Tosa knives can get a little bit wedgy, but this guy doesn't feel wedgy at all. As you can tell, just flying through this sweet potato, no problem. Like, yeah, man, this is awesome. A little precarious here, but again, that's why how flat this profile is awesome, because I'm cutting up, I'm doing quite a big cut here, and I'm getting through no problem. No stuck together bits. There's lots of contact between there's like a really nice flat spot on this guy. So yeah, if you're looking for like a really flat, like workhorsey Gyuto, this thing is awesome, man. Jake wants to see some thinner slices to check the stickage. His wish is my command. I mean, what do you think?
It's better than I was expecting.
Yeah, actually, that was a great suggestion, Jake. You always want to know how sticky these guys can get, and I do find, in addition to being a little wedgy sometimes, the Tosa knives can be a little bit sticky as well. But I would not describe this guy as being sticky at all. Like, that's pretty sweet.
Impressed.
That feels fantastic. Yeah, really awesome. Okay, ultimate test. We'll do a big cut all the way. Woo! Look at that, man. Very impressed. Sweet potato prep for the week done. Baby will be fed. I will be fed. Wife will be fed. Sweet potatoes make the world go round in the Corlett household. All right, we're gonna get into some mushrooms here. Mushrooms don't really tell you much of anything about how well a knife performs, I would say. They're very easy to cut, so your edge doesn't really have to be all that sharp. Oh my gosh, I almost cut my freaking finger right off. Yeah, they obviously don't dull your knife very quickly either, but they're just fun to cut, so I don't know what's going on here. I almost just sliced my finger again. This is crazy.
The mushrooms do tell you something.
The mushrooms do tell you something, I guess, eh? I am definitely coming around to the more chunky handles. I've always kind of been more of a slender handle guy myself, but these guys, real chunky handles, and they just feel fantastic, man. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe just because your hand can remain a little bit more open. It just doesn't feel like you have to grip the knife quite as much. And just makes it feel really, really comfortable. So even if you don't have the most monstrous mitts, like mine are, I would say, supremely average size, this knife feels really comfortable still. Okay, onion. Onion is, in my opinion, like the ultimate challenge. Got high hopes for the onion test on this guy. Oh, and look at that. Living up to the hype, I'd say. I would say so. That was fantastic, eh?
That was really good.
Yeah, this thing is really impressing me, man. For $200, dude, you can't really beat this, man. This is fantastic. I'm just flying through my meal prep for the week here too. What am I gonna do with this mirepoix?
Little chicken soup?
A little chicken soup? Yeah, that sounds great. It's getting a little bit colder here.
Maybe some dumplings? I don't know.
I don't think I've ever actually made dumplings before.
You mean like drop dumplings or like stuffed or either?
Either or.
You gotta make the white people drop dumplings.
White people drop dumplings first and then make the wrapper dumplings.
Egg, flour, salt, lots of black pepper. Drop them in the end. Huh?
Okay, let's do a little julienne onion to finish off our testing of this knife. Overall, super impressed. Yeah. And definitely living up to the hype on the julienne as well. All right, there you have it, folks. The onion did not disappoint with this guy. Really, really impressed with this knife overall. Again, if you've got bigger, chunkier mitts, this guy's right up your alley. Even if you don't, this guy might feel very comfortable to you. Great cutting performance, doesn't break the bank. You do have to be a little bit mindful of the maintenance on this guy. Make sure you wipe it down, keep it dry and clean because it will rust. But I'm finding that the patina is forming really nicely on this guy. And I haven't found it to be super overly reactive. So great first Japanese knife if you're looking for something that's not going to break the bank. The Hatsukokoro Kurouchi 210mm Gyuto with stabilized birch handle. Thank you so much for watching. Stay sharp.